Is it possible to replace the glass top on an IKEA induction hob? We cracked it dropping a pot on the edge. Cheers, Nick. Hello, and thank you for using this service. I'll be helping you with your problem today. The glass top is replaceable on these induction units, but it's generally very expensive based on the model number, so many times it's not worth repairing. The cost of a new glass top usually runs $400 plus, and I've seen them as high as $1,000.
Hi Tyler, this is the third time to try and reply to you. The essence of the question is that given we are to replace the broken unit, might you be able to recommend brand/model candidates that may be more resilient to shock as the IKEA Smacklig model that we broke? It was only an empty pot dropped from just above the cook surface, but it hit the edge of the glass cooktop, installed resting but not flush on the countertop. We don't need to have IKEA but want to have a relatively full-featured induction cooker that is not excessively expensive, especially if the glass is prone to breakage again soon. I take it that this must not be a particularly unique problem? Thanks. Cheers, Nick.
I'm sorry to hear about the problems you were having replying. I'll definitely have that looked into. As for anything that is more resilient, no, all glass tops are prone to breaking, but they are especially susceptible if something drops on the edge. What you will want to look out for is an induction cooktop with trim around the edging. Usually it's black or stainless steel trim. The reason is because that stops the issue of things dropping on the edge and cracking the entire top. But other than that, you will probably want to stick with IKEA, as I don't know of any other induction cooktops that are reasonably priced for what you get.
Okay Tyler, thanks for the feedback. I suppose we'll head back to IKEA, but given the choice, is it better to embed the cooktop into a recessed mounting within the surrounding countertop? Otherwise, are there any kits or methods of adding the trim around edging to the glass cooktop? The model we prefer is the Smacklig, which does not come with edging out of the box. At least I don't think that there is an option for it. Thanks again. Cheers, Nick.
Unfortunately, there are no kits to add onto the cooktop afterwards, since cooktops are always different sizes and need to be adhered properly to the cooktop glass. But I'm not sure there is a way to embed the cooktop into the countertop. I've certainly never seen it, nor would I know if that could create a safety issue. You would just need to purchase a model that has the edging designed on it to begin with if you wanted to avoid that potential downfall.
Okay, one last question. Might you be able to recommend a few 4-pot induction cookers that would include power boost, griddle bridging, 8 to 9 power levels, etc., and also the cooktop edging? Needs to be Euro spec as the installation is Germany. Are any particular manufacturers best for reliability and after service? Thanks again. Cheers, Nick.
Unfortunately, you would need to talk to a salesperson for something like that. I couldn't tell you what models are available and what not. What I can tell you is the service side of things, and Bosch tends to be the best to stand behind their induction cooktop units. IKEA is the best bang for your buck, but when they fail, oftentimes they are not worth fixing, because all induction cookers are incredibly expensive to fix at this point, since it's either a control module, glass top, or burner assembly that must be replaced. Induction cooktop parts are all sold as subassembly parts, which make parts about $200 for the least expensive part that fails, and that is independent of what brand you purchase. I would stay away from KitchenAid and Electrolux cooktops, as they are quite unreliable and boards fail often.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/YTHI.